Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, the Eaton Squad. My name is Addie. So for today's video is about SRRV. This is actually a request from one of our subscribers to discuss about SRRV. And of course, who to ask? We have to ask the expert. And we have a very special guest today, Sir JR Coca of JRC Visa Consultancy and Immigration Services. So if you guys are in need of help for your SRRV application, stay tuned as we discuss SRRV with the expert. Details coming right up. So to give you guys a briefing, SRRV, or the Special Residence Retirees Visa, this is one of the retirement visa that the Philippine government offers to foreign nationals who wants to retire the Philippines. In this video, during our interview with Sir J.R. Coca, he had discussed the different categories of SRRV because this is not just one category. There are several categories under this visa retirement, and in every category has its own requirement and process. So let's get this topic rolling. Here's Sir J.R. Coca.
Talking about the SRRV, or what they call the retirement visa, is one of the common visas that a foreign nationals who intended to relocate here in the Philippines. That is one common visas that they are applying. They have categories in it. The first category for the retirement visa is the classic. So the classic will actually require you to have a minimum age requirement as of this time, which is 50 years old and above. Because before, they have a specific category, which is a smile category, which is the minimum requirement, the age requirement would be 35 years old to 49 years old. Now, it was put into question and by one of our senators here in the Philippines, because with the question is, why is it that we are actually giving retirement visa for that age, wherein that particular age does not actually retire in the Philippines? And most of that are being availed by Chinese. So they have that put on hold, and they have reviewed for the time being.
This is a very true. Before, used to be, you can apply for SRRV as early as 35 years old. But unfortunately, it's not the case anymore, as what Sir JR has explained in the video, that this is now suspended by our Philippine government. I am not sure if they are bringing it back because I think 35 years old is way early for retirement. We don't know. We don't really know the situation of an individual. He might be able to afford to retire at 35, but that's not how they see it. So this category, SRRV Smile, is suspended. Now it's 50 years old and above.
Now, going back to the classic category without pension, that's the first requirement, the age requirement, which is 50 years old and above. It does not require you any pension as of the moment upon the application of the visa. And there is what we call also an classic with pension. So there's a difference of that later on, in which we'll be trying to elaborate further. And there's also one common category, which is an expanded courtesy. So this expanded courtesy is also having the qualification of the 50 years old and above, the age requirement. And also, it will also give you a good preposition of those retirees who have actually served the U.S. military, specifically because the retirement visa under the Philippine Retirement Authority was promulgated way back 1984, if I'm not mistaken. So that time, the ties of the Philippine government and the U.S. government is very strong, and I think that is one of the major factor that the retirement visa come into play. Now, the distinction of the three categories will be number one on the visa deposit requirement, because each category has a different visa deposit requirement. So the classic without pension will require the applicant or the retiree applicant to put in a 20,000 US dollars visa deposit. 20,000. Now, for the classic with pension, with minimum pension of at least 800 USD per month, please take note that the Philippine government will not get your pension. They will just need to see that you are currently receiving a lifetime pension, not an annuity, not an interest income, but a pension normally coming from the Social Security, also from the VA if you have served the U.S. military, and other government pension or private pension for your lifetime. From 20,000 US dollars, it will go down to 10,000 US if you can provide that. Now, the third common category of that retirement visa is also what we call the expanded courtesy. The qualification would on this particular category would be that particular retiree applicant from the US or American have served the US military. Now, if they have served US military and they can provide the DD-214 document, and also they can provide a proof of pension, which is at least 1,000 USD if they will be applying a loan. Those particular documents or foreign documents would actually qualify for the particular applicant to be on that specific category. Now, the catch is from 20 grand to 10 grand, it will go down all the way to 1,500. They could be from the Navy, they could be from the Air Force, and so on and so forth.
So this is great news, especially to those who serve in the US military. This is such a huge discount, unlike the other categories that you have to put in $20,000, $10,000, and stuff like that. But for those in the military, especially if you can provide proof such as DD-214, your application fee is only 1,500 US dollars.
It does not actually revolve only on the US side. If you have some subscribers later on outside from the US, probably London, Australia, those have good diplomatic relationship with the Philippines, and if they can provide a proof of their military service, we can actually have that one pre-qualified if they can actually be admitted or qualified to apply for the expanded category.
So this is very important because others might want to retire in the Philippines and they are not from the US. So it's great that SRRV is not only just for US citizens. This is also applicable to other nationals, as Sir JR mentioned, if you're from Australia, Canada, or United Kingdom, just to say the least. And for as long as you can show proof that you have worked in the military, you should be eligible for the SRRV.
Now, the second difference would be the one-time application fee and the annual fee or the ID fee. So for the classic without pension, that would be 1,400 USD plus 360. That would be 1,760, so 1,760 USD. The recurring cost for that is they need to renew their ID every year. So that would be 360 US every year once they have the visa. The same is true with the classic with pension. It's 1,400 plus 360. That would be total of 1,760. One-time application fee plus an advance payment of the 1 year, and then succeeding years you're gonna pay for 360 USD. The third one is the one-time application fee is 1,400 only. The annual fee is already it's already incorporated on that 1,400. Subsequent payment of the yearly renewal of the ID would be around $10 only. The advantage of the retirement visa is it is an independent visa. It's categorized as one of the special visas being issued by the Philippine government. So it's actually mandated under the Department of Tourism, and the Philippine Retirement Authority is under the umbrella of the Department of Tourism, and they are the ones screening the applications. So once it's qualified, then they actually forward that to the Bureau of Immigration for the visa approval, because the Bureau of Immigration is the only sole of government office in the Philippines that can approve or deny any visa application.
Sir JR Coca from JRC Visa Consultancy and Immigration Services has really provided us good information, particularly for SRRV or Special Residence Retirees Visa. I have also learned during this interview that SRRV holders doesn't get ACR I-card, unlike the other categories of foreign nationals or residents of the Philippines, but they get the PRA ID, more or less an equivalent to ACR I-card.
Most of our clients come back to us after a year and they will actually, hey JR, can you renew this? Yes, we can. Because right now, our offices are located in various locations in the Philippines. Our main office is in Cebu. We do have also an office in Manila, and we have also some offices in the Visayas region. We do have some in Clark. So technically, if we can, we do have your record, we can actually just process it away, just send it the fees for the retirement office along with our fees. Then once it's already processed, then we can actually send it to you wherever you are in the Philippines, or even if you're outside the country. We have tried that already.
So how convenient. So if you are planning on retiring to the Philippines and you want to go for SRRV, but you guys are confused how to get started with it, you don't know what requirements you need to prepare to do your SRRV, JRC, Visa Consultancy, and Immigration Services can help you guys. You guys can reach out to them. I am going to leave their contact information in our description box. You guys can do a consultation or what you guys need to do, requirements, the whole 9 yards. They can definitely help you on this process. So this is just part one. We still have part two and part three. We will have to discuss the benefits if you are an SRRV visa holder, what other things you can do with this type of retirement visa in the Philippines. So please stay tuned on the other parts of this video. This is an SRRV series, and I'm glad we have an expert on board to discuss correct information for this Philippine retirement visa for foreign nationals.